you don't have to counter everything that is said in the public domain, whether it's negative or positive. Because you don't get into a fight with a pig. You know, you wrestle a pig, the pig gets dirty, the pig enjoys it, but you get even dirtier. At times, I feel that we underestimate the consumer. David Ogilvy famously said, the consumer is not a moron, she's your wife. I mean, you should have said she's your husband in today's gender-neutral world. But the reality is you don't have to counter everything. The day you counter, you will get into a debate which is not within your remit and which will not solve an issue. A, B. Sometimes you have to pull back and actually do the hard work where no one knows. You know, if you have to recalibrate the brand, whether it's an airline, Benz, you know, Perrier, whatever it is, Cadbury's. And that's what great companies do. They pull back, they recalibrate, they have to first motivate their own people. The last thing you want is a demotivated bunch of your colleagues who feel, oh my God, every day we go home, we're getting abused by, you know, our neighbors. So these are the issues. But I'm only emboldened by the Roman analogy of India and now a large part of the world. We're a fickle people with very short memories.
So, two things. One is, of course, whether you respond or not to the distractors, you must strategize.
Correct.
Not answering is also a part of strategy.
Right.
Yes.
You must strategize. Silence. Then
But you can't
know when to exercise that silence.
You can't strategize about how the nation's conscience is moving. You need to keep a barometer, try and understand it every hour, and see that whether you should pull out, whether you should start actively participating, whether you should build something, whether you should wait. All this will depend on your understanding or your own personal barometer. And the last thing I want to say from my side is we started discussing this with personality brands, right? Whether they and the company are, or the political party are one and the same and scrambled egg, etc., etc. So I have a very simple thing. You know, if you are remembered for your keynote address, then you are being seen as a brand which is representing a company. If you are being remembered for your funny selfie, then there is a big issue. You need to figure out how you want to represent your, like, I still remember very long ago, one of my favorite authors, Sunil Khilnani, was giving a speech sitting in the audience. I was very young at that time, and I was listening to every single word with rapt attention because he, for the first time, spoke about the difference between growth and development. That time, growth was a massive point. You know, India is growing at GDP growth, India is growing at so-and-so percentage, etc., etc. He says growth is not development. And this is like long ago. I'm fairly old, so this would be about 25 years ago or 22 years ago, something like that. So that brand, I still remember, and I'm a big fan and proponent of his writing, his thinking and stuff like that. I tell everybody that his idea of India is one of the best books you can ever read. Now, I remember him for that. That is what he represents. He represents that school of thinking. He didn't stand up on the stage and did some jig or take a selfie, turning around and say, I want to take a selfie with everybody.